Hi, Guido Fox here. Welkom bij een nieuw book report. Today I want to discuss with you this book, Psychopath 3, Recovering from Emotional Abuse, Relationships with Narcissistic Sociopath and Other Toxic People. So to um, how to recover from emotional abusement, but also create and know what are the red flags from this kind of people and how you can prevent to step in relationships with psychopath persons and see how to discover the red flags um, in the relationship where they existing and they come out to really stop the relationship very soon because otherwise you go down under. So you can recognize some red flags in the beginning stage, but some red flags are coming later and later, so you have to be constantly alert with people and in relationships. Very challengeful, right? Relationships, very complex. Two different souls are coming together, and one guy or woman is already a puzzle, and two persons together, it will be a big and big puzzle how that can interfere together on a healthy and nice way. This a book from Jackson Mackenzie, and it's the same author as the book Whole Again, the previous video. And I also told you that this guy knows, he really knows about emotional amusement and he knows about different disorders very well. I'm very blessed with these books, really deep knowledge about behavioral patterns, about sociopaths, narcissistic personality, and also the borderliner personal disorder. So this guy knows, and these two books are really good material. It could be a really adventure and relationship with a narcissistic guy or a sociopath or a psychopath. It's interesting to know how the mind is working. The relationship is never bored. There's always drama in the relationship, but also you have to feel if this is a relationship for a long time or just for a short dramatic period. The rages of a psychopath or of a borderliner or narcissistic personal disorder, let's say toxic persons in the future talk, to combine this kind of disorders, right? Toxic persons, and you can be very feeling alone if this rage is kicking in, this anger rage. You can feel very alone in a relationship. Also, I discuss later the silent treatment psychopaths can give to you, that they don't contact you for a while, that they are away. So it can be a very dark journey in your life that you deal in your relationship with a psychopath. So it could be challengeful, it's not boring, but it is a dark journey and it led wounds behind, wounds from mostly all your life. The beginning pages, XIV, the psychopath always works in the following clockwork. Clockwork, always making the same round there. He's idolize you, devalue you, and then discard you, reject you. So they say to you, "Oh wow, you're so beautiful today. You're amazing. You're the smartest person in the world. So smart, so healthy, great body." And the next time, next hour, you're a dirty person and brokey. You are ugly, fat, and you're nothing. And the third hour, they will reject you, and they're giving you a silent treatment. They discard you, and the next day you are the most beautiful person again. And you think, what the fuck is going on? In which stage I am at this moment? So you feel at a certain moment brainwashed, um, brainwashed by the psychopath, and you lose your own identity. I talk later with you about it, erosion of your identity, gaslighting, brainwashing is into this relationship, following this clockwork. Intuition. Intuition is the greatest defense against manipulative person. But of course, Jackson Mackenzie, intuition is building up. You had before relationships with psychopath persons. So also your intuition is shaped is shaped by the past. So intuition, yes, very important, but it is building up over years. And intuition is also a good feeling, yes, but you have to also have the power to take action. A lot of people are coming to me, yes, I felt already bad energy by this person. There was something strange. But I was going on and going on with this relationship, and yeah, that was with all the drama. The time was flying, and we are now 5 years together. So you can have a great intuition, but you have to have the self confidence to break up with this person and to protect yourself. So protect yourself against this kind of toxic person. But good to know about this clockwork, right? So they're uplifting you, they downlifting you, they down put you down, and then they discard you, they reject you. So this is the clockwork of the psychopath. And with this behavior, they slowly and steadily erodes your boundaries. So at a certain moments they go further and further with their comments that they break you down in your identity constantly. So they break you down. Sorry, it's very hot here. They break you down totally in your identity. So they break through your boundaries with this clockwork mechanisms, and they try to go further and further to break your boundaries, that your identity will be erodes. Why they do that? If you have no identity anymore, you don't know who you are, then they can control you. They can control you. They're afraid to lose you. They're very, very insecure beings. So they're afraid to lose you. And then they can control you with this behavior, and then you stay by them in a dependency dynamics. Page 5, they always talk about crazy people in the past. So the toxic person always talk about, oh, that person was crazy and that person was crazy. Oh, my crazy ex, crazy this. But actually they're crazy themselves. So that's also a red flag. They talk about crazy people and their surroundings. It's never their fault, right? A psychopath is not easy when they say, oh, I'm wrong here. I shouldn't do it. Another red flag is that they are easily bored. They are easily bored and they're making drama and conflicts to avoid this boredom. So that's why they do it. They are easily bored in relationships, so they're making drama because then there is something on in their lives and they're feeling alive. They're feeling alive when they are making drama in the relationship. Yeah, idolation phase and devaluation. I talk with you about the clockwork, right? That erodes your identity. So they start with love bombing. They call you every time, they text you, they're giving you flowers. So that's the grooming phase. The grooming phase. Watch out for this red flag. They're overly kind to you, they're love bombing you, they idolize you, and then they put you down, and that erodes your your identity, right? So watch out for this overly nice behavior in the begin stage of the relationships. Page 8. Yeah, there are a lot of information. We are only by page 8. This person becomes your whole life. At a certain moment, it becomes your life. You're completely obsessed with this toxic person. If you go to work, you think about this person. If you go to your family or your friends, you think about this person. This person empty you so hard, energetically wise. They're parasites, page 11, right? They're stealing your energy. It's a parasite. Psychopaths are parasites. They're so empty that they constantly want to steal your energy. Page 19 is emotional rape, and that's a very hard word from Jackson Mackenzie. Uh, but I agree. You have, of course, physical rape, and that is horrible that you will be raped in your relationship or outside your relationship. The first one is also something what happens a lot, that you be raped in a relationship. And what did is emotional rape. He is so right, because you go down under from this abusement and they wipe out slowly your identity, and you become so independent from this person. As you're becoming so attached, so toxic attached, that you cannot escape from this person. So you can be feeling very lonely, but also kind of captured by this person. You're in a kind of mental prison. And that is horrible. It's horrible to be in a mental prison. Maybe it's worse than in a physical prison, right? So this person controls your whole life because of this parasitical behavior. Page 23, I told you already about the grooming phase of a psychopath. They say we have such much in common in a very early stage of the conversation. And oh wow, you're so nice, it is amazing together. And they sharing a lot of emotional things about their life with you. And that is also a big red flag. If people are sharing with you a lot of emotional things and you know this person for 1 hour or even 1 day or 3 days, it is much and much too early. And there can be an unhealthy attachment style, a starting of an unhealthy attachment style here if people are sharing too much emotional stuff with you in the stage what is not there yet. You have no relationship yet. So the love bombing stage and this overly sharing And this, we have so much in common together, is our red flags in in the relationships what you have. Um, yeah, identity erosion. Very wonderful language here. Identity erosion. Very hard also. So your identity will be slowly erodes, breaking through the boundaries. But also they're doing that by belittling your results or belittling you as a person. So they making you ridiculous. They're making fun about you. They're hitting on you on weak points from you. They're teasing you on a negative way, and they are forced you to meet with the impossible standards. So that's also what you see. What they doing, they're showing or they're saying, "Oh, this guy has the perfect body. Look at this guy. What an amazing body has this guy." And you, as a person, has to fulfill this body too, or this guy is super successful in his business, you have to do this too. They pressure you to meet with impossible standards, and if you fall in this trap, you're going in the proof stand. You're proving yourself towards her. Then you are in the defensive stage. She is or he is in the attacking stage from, hey, these are my standards, you're not there, you have to work harder to fulfill my standards because I'm so-called higher than you, and you're working to that goals in a kind of stressful, full paranoia way. You're in a defense stage, and when you are in a defense stage, they can control you. So they can control you when you are in the defense stage. So it's a defense putting mechanism to put you down, to control you, to flirt with people in public atmospheres, is also to put you down. So hey, look, people are looking to me. I am hot, and you are there and watching. What the fuck is going on? Are you teasing me? Let me feel less worthy than you, and you want to prove yourself towards her. So they're all tricks what they use to put you down on your place, that they get power over you. Their psychopaths are fully with egocentric behavioral patterns, and they're focused on power, money, and outside visible characteristics. So body is very important for psychopaths. Income, career, positions, very common things by psychopaths. Page 47. You come in circular conversations. The psychopaths are in circular conversations. What I had in my ex relationship was constantly repeating about old cows in the relationship. So constantly there was going something wrong with a car rental thing, and constantly it was going about that. So old cows are coming constantly back in the conversation. So circular conversation, what you think, okay, we closed this chapter, right? Why to talk again about this last year small thing? You have a beautiful car now, right? So that's the circular conversations, and you really think when this stops, when this conversation and this topic starts. It will be an endless journey, and I know people are watching my videos, they will recognize this behavior, the circular conversations. Page 49 is that the conversations are also competitions. So I can say about my ex relationship that the conversations were competitions. It was you're right, you're wrong, you're there right, I am there wrong. So it was really black and white chess game constantly, and it was not a real conversation where you listen or you talk or you're interesting about the emotions behind, or talk friendly about politics or history or whatever. It was really conversations where you were right or wrong, and there was no constructiveness there possible. There was no moving forward possible in the conversation skills with my ex-partner. So here you see also on page 49, conversations are competitions. Page 81, psychopaths can give you the silent treatment that you really, okay, she or her, him, is 2 weeks gone. And they don't let anything behind. You don't know where they are. They don't send a message, and then once they are back, so that creates also self-doubt, self-doubt by the person, the other person, mostly the empathic person behind. They are in shock that they give you the silent treatment, and they're hoping that you're in doubt, and then they can control you because you are in doubt, you're losing your identity, you're brainwashed, you're shaking, and when they come back, you're of course happy, and you give them approval, and they are missed. So also they are happy because they're self-insecure themselves, that they get approval where after the silent treatment when you see each other again. Well, that is very strange situation that someone is not texting back in a long term journey. Healing from abuse is a long time journey. What a bridge here, right? What a bridge. Healing is a long term journey. Yes, it can be, say, 24 months. Therapy, active healing, 24 months of healing. And the empathic spirit never dies. You always stay connected with your ex, right? If you're very empathic like me, you're always connected with the other. You're very empathic, then the spirit of the other person never dies. You're always attached to the person, and the best way is giving her a happy life, wishing her a happy life. That's the best what you can do, and let her go with the page 130. No contact rule. No contact rule with your psychopath. No contact. It's an addiction. It can be an addiction. So no contact here. Yeah. And it can cause us also disappointment, right? When the relationship is finished, you're disappointed, and you can be also angry, and you can be also have rages yourself because she or he hurted yourself so much. She or he hurted yourself so much, and you, as an empathic person, were holding yourself in. and that can come out as a volcano after the relationship, right? And you feel also empathic for your abuser, for your attacker. Huh? So there's always a kind of disbalance. One time you're angry and the angerness is coming out, and the rage by you can be out. You're so angry on your ex because of this psychopathic treatment you got all those years. How dare he or she could do this to me? This emotional rape, this bad emotional treatment that someone did to me years and years and years. And I was too scared to say something, right? So all those shit, that shit in your system can come out, is able to come out. Last one is 210, is channeling your empathy. So, as an empathic person in your recovery phase, and the psychopath attracts the empath. Well, there I use always the empathic persons. Always the light attracts the dark, mostly. So mostly psychopaths have an empathic partner who suffers the most. So you have to learn what I say in 210. You have to channelize your empathy. Learn not to divide everywhere your empathy, but really channelize your empathy. Choose wisely with who you go in your life, and really choose wisely in which person you want to channel your energy. I think that is very, very, very important to mention to you. So I hope that you are recovered from your psychopathic ex-relationship or your current relationship, that you are able to escape and that you can heal, and that you never, never, never step in a toxic relationship. And I was very thankful for this wonderful book, Psychopath Free. Thank you for watching, and I see you by the next video. Bye bye.